On my signal, hold, go now.
Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Mishra, your Sergeant at Arms. Before I start the meeting, let me ask you a small question. Have you heard of the name Mountain Man of India? Anybody in the audience? Great. Mountain Man of India is a person who decided to dig a big mountain. Why? Yes, exactly. That's what Manji. Why? Because when his wife fall ill, he could not cross the he had to cross the whole mountain to reach to the nearest hospital, and because of which he lost his wife. So he started digging up the mountain, and guess what? People called him mad. They called him impossible, but he kept on digging. And today there is instead of mountain, there is a big road over there. With that spirit, to achieve that impossible, which we each one of us thought in our life that we cannot be a big public speaker, we cannot become a good communicator, we cannot become a big leader. However, we are still here to achieve that impossible. In our 450th meeting, non-stop in Turning Point Toastmasters, give a big round of applause. With that spirit of impossible, we all have gathered to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this mission, each one of us every Thursday with the same commitment, and also follow a tiny ground rules to have a smooth running of the meeting. We all keep these noise making devices, alarm, all kind of devices on silent mode so that we do not disrupt the meeting. And when I say disrupt the meeting, we also don't want to disturb the speaker when they are speaking on the stage. We avoid to share any kind of chat messages when the speaker is speaking, and we try to send only the messages when the speaker has spoken already, or you are requested to provide a feedback by the host of the day. And we encourage each and every speaker with Zoom emoticons, which is there on your lower toolbar, and encourage as much we can and share your feedback. With that, let me call someone. People call him storyteller. Somebody call him TEDx speaker. There are a bunch of people in our country who call him social activist. But for me, I would say he's a friend. He's a mentor. He's a person because of who's responsible that I'm part of this Toastmasters club. Again, Turning Point Toastmasters club. I met him in Hyderabad, and one fine day, I
Thank you, Priyanka. I believe your audio was inconsistent towards the last few sentences, but let's not take any appreciations away from our charming Sergeant at Arms of the evening, Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra. Let's have a round of applause for her. The action that we just did, I hope I'm audible. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah. The action we just did, actually, this is the reason I joined Toastmasters for. How many of you, and we can all switch on the videos, let's chit chat, let's engage. There are many first timers as well. But how many of us actually forget about public speaking, leadership, this and that, joined actually to feel appreciated? Certainly, after a 10-second fiasco in the name of table topics on stage, I definitely did not expect this. And when I got this 15 years ago, in this June, I will complete 15 years in Toastmasters. That is one of the biggest things I'm proud of in my brief life so far. I don't know about you guys. 450th at Turning Point, it's a big thing. Maybe not to many of us, not to most of us, but to some of us. And the reason being, we have seen the ups and downs. But this also has kind of mimicked our own personal lives, including mine. We have all gone through in the last decade or so with all ups and downs personally, professionally, socially, career wise, etc. And this ups and downs is what makes us humans. At the same time, this zeal for improvement, zeal for receiving feedback from the better minds, from a like minded community, that's what helps us improve in life, isn't it? So, how many of you feel that it's not about turning point 450th? It's about our own sense of improvement, continuous learning, and the spirit of community that we are all here to celebrate today. If yes, then let us unmute for a second and join me in applauding for each other. Today, it's a celebration of these tiny victories that we have on weekly basis in our lives when we shed the fear and go on stage and try to face the fear right in front. I came across a very vivid image just this week. It was an AI generated image in which there were about 50 pair of eyes, not faces, just eyes. They were all scattered on a screen and looking at one person. And it kind of reminded me, hey, that's all about public speaking, right? Thankfully, that image did not scare me. To the uninitiated, it may be a scary thought, but I am blessed. I feel grateful that I'm surrounded by so many better minds around me. I'll name a few minds over here who will also address over the course of time. Some of them being our past district director, Distinguished Toastmaster Sandeep Raturi. We will also be joined very soon by one of the most veteran and the most involved and passionate Toastmasters of the entire district, Toastmaster Vinay Jain, Distinguished Toastmaster Vinay Jain. We call him the big daddy of District 41. And District 41 is going to be changed, reformed after the June. So it's kind of his baby growing up to be a teenage adult now. He will join us for a special address very soon. We also have our pride of the club, Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, who has had a story of his own, and we are fortunate to be part of his success story. One of the biggest successful moments in terms of Toastmasters in his life came in 2017, I believe, the year when he went on to 2018. So the year when he went on to represent District 41 at Chicago and stood the first runner-up in the World Championship Public Speaking semifinals. Imagine, he was one spot closer to being the top 10 speakers of the world. And irrespective of the results, it's the speeches that he delivers that echo with many of us. And that's what I have learned from him. So today we will be joined by so many folks, but a quick round of introduction let's have with all the folks here who are now part of the story of this week at Turning Point 450. Let's begin with this format: your name, your hometown. If you're a member in Toastmasters, then which club? And if not, then is it your first meeting? Let's begin with, let's say, Kamal. Hi, Kamal.
Yeah, hi Anand. So my name is Kamal. I am from Delhi. I am an existing Toastmasters member, and my club is Chalk and Dusters.
Thank you, Kamal. And you are from Delhi only, right?
Yes,
Fantastic. So, most welcome. We
thank
will
you.
have a very twisted kind of table topic. So, look forward to see you participating over there.
Sure.
Sameep Taneja, Distinguished Toastmaster Sameep.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hope everyone is well. Glad to be part of this club today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Samit. Let's hear from Bhaskar.
Uh, Hello everyone, I am Bhaskar. I am from Prayagraj, and I just want to know what is Toastmaster. So uh, this is my first time. I love the idea of speaking randomly, so that's why I joined it. So I am
You
waiting
are at the
to
right place.
see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Certainly are at the right place. Prayagraj is a
Okay.
city that is in my bucket list, and I have a few friends from over there. One of them is a distinguished Toastmaster himself. So you are at the right place, certainly. Welcome, Bhaskar. Look forward to see you attend
Thank you.
us out of enjoyment week after week. Let's hear quickly from Ayan Das.
Uh, yeah, so hello everyone. I am Ayan and I'm currently residing in Gurgaon, but originally I'm from Kolkata. And I am not a part of the Toastmasters Club, but I'm a guest member, and this is my first time attending the session.
Thank you, Ayan. Same goes for you. Enjoy the most and do stay till the very end to provide your valuable feedback.
Thank you.
Let's hear from Mohammad Hussain.
Hi, welcome everyone. Actually, I'm currently driving. I'm
That's
coming
okay.
from another province to another province during the weekend. That's why I have joined doing the driving anyhow. I have already reached my home now. So, by the way, this is I joined the Toastmaster as a guest. This invitation has been sent long time ago, before earlier, by some of the Toastmaster club member. Then I came to know about through the email about this membership. So I was so fascinated to join about this club, and fortunately, I am happy to part of this member, and I am learning day by day lots of things. And good to be go ahead with all of the team member. Wish you all the best. I will look forward ahead. Hopefully, we will get lots of things in future. Thank you. Much appreciated.
There is no doubt about that hope. We are hopeful, not hopeful, we
Yes.
are positive that we'll collaborate and create bigger things. We are quickly joined by Shaleen. Shaleen, apologies, you had some trouble with the link. Hope this link worked. Quickly tell us where are you from? If you are a Toastmaster, then which club and your native hometown?
So I'm from Pink City Toastmasters Club, Jaipur, and thank you for adding me to this meeting. I struggled a bit, and I have earlier attended the meetings of this club also, and this is a great club, and I have heard Anant speaking at one of the division competitions, and I'm a great fan. So that's why I'm part of this meeting today.
Oh, thank you so much, Shaleen. You humble me. Every time we meet, see, I told you, right? It's the appreciations more than anything that we join Toastmaster meetings for. Thank you, Shaleen. Quickly checking with Dr. Satish. Dr. Satish, if you are able to, yes.
Hello, very good evening to all. I am a pediatrician practicing in Abu Dhabi. I was a member of Dubai Post one club, and I now recently shifted to Abu Dhabi and joined one Dubai Speakers Bureau club. And I used to attend your meeting and enjoying all the very well organized speeches and table topics, especially. Thank you for allowing me to attend.
Thank you, Dr. Satish, and look forward to see you for the entirety of the meeting. And we also have two guests who have just joined with the link that I provided. Folks, please feel free to rename yourself and switch on the camera, and do introduce yourself if you are at the liberty right now to switch on the video. Guests, I don't know your name, so you have to unmute or you have to show your faces. Meanwhile, for the first timers, allow me to explain in very brief what this concept is all about. In 1924, after a good 20 years of struggle to get this idea lift off, in 1924, October 22, in California, First Toastmaster Club was established at Young Men Christian Association, YMCA, by the then YMCA head, Dr. Ralph Smedley. Why that date is important, why this information is important, because this was immediately after the First World War, and it was before Second World War. And for the last 100 years, this organization dedicated to help people face their fears and improve their public speaking, the ability to develop interpersonal communication and leadership skills later on became the focal area. 101 years have been completed, and we are still going strong globally. More than 145 countries, more than 18,000 clubs, more than 2.5 to 3 million active members, and I don't know how many millions in the past who have benefited. So we are no different. Our power is community. And what community helps us practice is on these three fronts. Prepared speeches around a idea that we build on the objectives that are governed by a digital curriculum called Pathways. Impromptu speaking, because we also need to practice for the moments when we don't know the content. We rely on our muscle memories. And third is evaluation, the cornerstone of Toastmasters meeting. We do not just speak and feel great. We also speak, collect ideas to improve, and implement on these ideas in the immediate next stage opportunity. Sometimes tomorrow, sometimes this evening itself, sometimes next week. But whenever the idea comes, we become slowly a conscious species. To help us become attain the higher consciousness about our own speaking abilities in this meeting, we have a battery of role players. The captain of those is called the general evaluator, and our general evaluator is by now no stranger to the club. He is an accomplished distinguished toastmaster who has served not just one territory or one club, but so many of them around the southern, western, and northern India. We are fortunate to have our general evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit Roy, joining us today on this very special occasion. Distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit Roy, may I have a quick audio video check before I hand over the stage to you to introduce your team and the role?
Absolutely, Anand. Quick check if I'm audible, visible.
We'll do it in a specific way. 450th today, 500th 6 months.
450th today, 500 in 6 months.
Okay, let me correct. 500 by next year.
500 by next year.
That's the audio video check, and stage is yours, Toastmaster Abhijit.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you for handing over this virtual stage to me, and I'm really honored to be part of Turning Point Toastmasters. This time, not in a very new avatar, but in a very new positioning setup, which is the 450th milestone. It gives a lot of power and excitement to each and every member present in this today's meeting to be part of Turning Point Toastmasters milestone meeting. And I have been given an opportunity to play the role of a general evaluator, which is equally important for anybody to understand of how we can capture the best moments, the best practices that the club has followed. Nonetheless, there are areas of improvement which club in the previous meetings probably would have executed. But having said that, there are always room for some area here and there where we can certainly enhance rather than improving, its enhancement. So, in my role of a general evaluator, I would be closely monitoring with all my ears and eyes open throughout the meeting. And I'll be highlighting some of the important elements of how the real meeting went and what has been the best practices followed by the club and any form of lessons learned which the club can take away as part of the improvement areas. Now, having said that, I will also have a team because when we talk about Toastmasters and so-called the tagline where leaders are made, how can somebody become a leader if they do not are a good team player, if you do not have team management? So here in this meeting also, as a general evaluator, I'll have a team, and this team is going to be the tag team, the timer, our counter, grammarian, and they're going to be supporting me in executing the role effectively. Now here is a bit of a AI digital tool that really enhances the role. I think what the club has done is try to diminish one role and taken it to the next level. So if I have to call on the first role taker timer, I will have to identify, is there any person or Toastmaster being taken up the role? Well, that's not it. It is going to be done digitally through the way of an AI methodology, and that is nothing but called as Zoom default. And who probably would have invented, reinvented, discovered? Well, that something is unknown to me, but I'm very sure that Toastmaster Anand has done the trial and test before, and he would love to do it again. And I think I'm not gone in the wrong direction. But yes, Toastmaster Anand, you can explain of how this entire timing modality would work like.
Certainly. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhijit. Folks, for the role of timer, what we are going to experiment today is the AI capability provided by one of the Zoom apps. We simply set the timing and hit the start button with your first verbal or non-verbal gesture as a speaker on stage. In table topics, we get 1 to 2 minutes to speak. In prepared speeches, it's usually 5 to 7 minutes. If speech evaluators usually get 2 to 3 minutes. So they have their own different green, yellow, and red signals. For example, a prepared speaker will get 5, 6, and 7 at those intervals of green, yellow, red signals usually. We are cutting down not the verbal, not even the visual. We are cutting down the need of any interruptions when the speaker is on stage. This, however, does not apply to contests. In our meetings online, however, we are starting with this facility. So, for example, when the timing, the red card is up, let's say 7 minutes are up, this is the kind of signal that the speaker will hear. And beyond this, 30 seconds of reverse counter will start. So you have 30 more seconds after hearing this beep sound. I'll reset it again. This is just to make sure, this explanation is just to make sure the first timers who are speaking today in the impromptu section, you don't get alarmed or distracted because of it. This is to help you keep a track of the timing. All right. I'll be called upon, or this role report will be called upon in the evaluation session. However, after each speaker, I will attempt my level best to put the timing report in the chat itself for public consumption. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhijit.
Thank you, Anand, for explaining how entirely the timings device would work as part of the virtual uh, indications. And I can request all the speakers who would be coming on the virtual stage to deliver the speeches, speech evaluations, or participate in the impromptu speech segment to please pin the host, Anand, so that you can visually see the timing going um, going down or going up, whichever is applicable. But I would request him to either request all the speakers to kind of pin the timer. Next up, we have the role of an R counter, and this role is going to be played by a Toastmaster who I've known very recently, but she is the one who I have seen takes up the initiatives and the leadership opportunity to come forward and execute any role which is being entrusted on her. Whatever she takes up, she executes it very seriously, honestly, and with all her perseverance. A member of Janakpuri Toastmasters Club, let's welcome Toastmaster Sarah on the virtual dais to explain the role of the R counter that she has taken up today.
So, hi everyone, I'm Toastmaster Sara from Janakpuri Toastmaster Club. I will be your counter for this milestone 550th meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. The role of counter is fairly simple. I will calculate and track the usage of any kind of filler words such as like, or any other repetitions that any speaker have done. These filler words such as and they serve as pauses when speakers take time to think what they have to say next. They can often be rather a negative interruption in their speech and sometimes impact comprehension as well to the receiver. Nevertheless, I will track the usage and will recommend you some strategies to improve, as well as recommend you some strategies to improve your filler words in the speeches online or offline. And I will present my report towards third section, which is the evaluation section, by a presentation. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sarah, for explaining the role of the R counter which is also very important in any form of public speaking, because lesser the number of filler words, cross sounds, ahs, ums, long pauses, the better we become in terms of speech delivery. Now, the third important role is the role of the grammarian. We know we speak the English language, but it's just not about speaking, it's about using the right vocabulary and having the correct usage of grammar. And to explain the role even more in details, we have our Toastmasters from East Delhi Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Reena Rai. So I'd like to welcome her on the virtual stage to explain the role of the grammarian that she's playing today.
Good evening, dear fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. I'm Toastmaster Reena, and I have recently started my Toastmaster journey from EDTM Club from last month. So today I got the privilege of taking the role of grammarian in TPTM Toastmaster Club. So being a grammarian, my responsibility is to listen this meeting entirely, attentively, and note down the good uses and not good uses of the grammar, and note down the interesting and impactful vocabulary. And if any grammatical errors are there, then I will note down and will tell at the end of the meeting. And I will also introduce the word of the day and quote of the day. So, word of the day is pragmatic. Word of the day is pragmatic. The meaning of this is dealing with things in a practical and realistic way based on what work rather than theories or idea. In example sentences, a pragmatic leader consider both short-term and long-term outcomes before making any decision. And the quote of the day is a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. The meaning is that something seems unfortunate or challenging at first, but turns out to be a positive result later. Example sentences: the tough feedback I got was blessing in disguise for me. It helped me to improve my skills faster than I ever expected. So I would encourage everyone to use this word of the day and quote of the day for their speaking or their speeches. So it will help us to enrich our vocabulary. And at the end of the evaluation section, I will present my report. Yes. With this, I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster Abhijit. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reena, for explaining your role as the grammarian. And thanks, Anand, for also sharing the word of the day as well as the idiom of the day on the group chat. Sincerely request each one of you in the best possible way, if you can, you make the usage of the word of the day in your speeches. It will just not be helpful, but also enhance your vocabulary and help you to learn a new word as a phrase and a phrase. Now that's my tag team. That's the team that I would have towards the end of the meeting called upon by the Toastmaster of the day, or rather the host of today's special meeting, Anand. I will come forward and present my overall report along with the report that will be presented by the tag team role players. Until then, enjoy the evening, enjoy the milestone meeting, and with that, over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit, for very competently introducing your team, and all the very best to the lovely tag team. I'm sure you will all help us today. Here is what we are going to do as a quick summary in the next half an hour of this overall 2-hour meeting. We will have a marvelous keynote address. Then you are going to hear a highly competitive prepared speech. It will blow your mind, trust me. And over the next half an hour or so, it will all be about you guys. So you guys will speak on topics which I have prepared in a very specific manner, that they don't contain words or hardly any words. They are pictures. So while you listen to our keynote speaker and the prepared speaker, focus how they are speaking and creating imagery with words, because you will do the reverse. You'll see the images and you'll respond with words. To kickstart our first section, that is a keynote speech session today, we have one of the most genuine hearted, one of the most kindest spirits, and one of the most influentially inspirational person I have come across in Toastmasters. I say that I have been blessed to have a mentor like Rupinder Singh, but I genuinely feel accidentally fortunate to work under this gentleman who has been a beacon of integrity and ethics. At the same time, he has lived up to all the spirits of integrity, respect, service, and excellence when it comes to Toastmasters core values. I specifically remember uh, when he was a division director, this gentleman literally had all the club officers, presidents, club sponsors, or the HR spokes, or the national level leadership, the country heads, all of them on a very personal rapport level. Under his stewardship, all the clubs in his division, under his division directorship, it was going butter smooth. They had no problem at all. And that's the yardstick. He quietly sat without any fandom. He literally invested in building relations, not just for his term, but all the future terms. Everyone who came along after his role, any role that he played, well, it was all, we know Gaurav, I'm sure you will do equally good. He had literally created an aura for all of us to smoothly ride along. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a sheer privilege and a proud announcement for me to introduce him as our keynote speaker of the evening. Toastmaster Gaurav Chaudhary, the Honorable District 41 Director, is here to deliver his address. I'm spotlighting him and doing a quick check for the audio and video check. Gaurav sir, this is your cue.
Yes.
450th today, 500th the next year.
Hi, good evening, everyone. And first of all, thank you very much for your lovely introduction, distinguished Toastmaster Anant. Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are. But we'll not let you go escape without saying this. 450th today, 500th the next year.
450th today, 500 next.
Thank you so much, sir. Audio video check is done. Show is all yours. We are looking forward to hear your scintillating keynote speech. Floor is all yours.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It is with my immense pride and joy today that I join your today's meeting, the 450th meeting of this Turning Point Toastmasters Club. What an incredible journey this has been. 450th meeting represent countless opportunities for growth, learning, and courage for the members. I can imagine the hard work and dedication put by your club members for these meetings. Your club has not only sustained the legacy, but you have truly thrived. And your club has given the space for your member so that they can feel, they can empower, and they can grow. Your club is one of the best example of what Toastmasters stands for: a supportive environment where individuals grow with one speech and one role at a time. Your club has nurtured many leaders like distinguished Toastmaster Anant Katyayani, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, distinguished Toastmaster Sipriya Gauri, Vinay Jain sir, and Sandeep Ratori sir, and many more. And these leaders and communicators are helping all the clubs in our district. I would like to thank each and every members of your club for their support and hard work. As a District 41 Director, I commend your unwavering commitment from past leaders who laid the foundation to the present leaders and members who continue to carry this torch forward. You all are the inspiration for our clubs and members. Let this meeting be a celebration of proud past, a recognition of vibrant present, and a stepping stone for a better future. Let us continue to uplift one another, innovate boldly, and most important, keep the spirit of Toastmaster alive in every corner of our community. I would like to share my message with the help of two stories. These stories are very close to my heart. First story is one day our teacher stopped and he decided to do a group activity. He started giving each one a balloon, and each one was asked to write his or her name on the balloon. Now, all the balloons were collected and put it in another room. Now, all the students were let in that room and asked to find the balloon which had their name written. Within a 5 minute, everyone was frantically searching for their own balloon, colliding with each other, pushing all around, and there was a utter chaos. At the end of 5 minutes, no one could find their own balloon. Now, all the students were asked to randomly collect the balloon and give it to the person whose name was written on it. Within a minute, everyone has their own balloon. Exactly this is happening in our lives or in our club. Everyone is frantically looking for one special thing all around, not knowing where it is. Dear members, that is growth. Our growth lies in the growth of other members. Support your members in their growth. You will also get your own growth. Please work together. Please support your members for writing their speeches, for delivering their speeches, for mentorship. Mentor them, and please help them in role preparation. You will also grow along with your fellow members. I would like to share one more story. A young woodcutter went to work in a forest and he was eager to prove himself. On the first day, he cut down 10 trees and his boss was impressed. On the second day, he worked harder and he hardly managed 8 trees. Third day, just 3. He was worried and he apologized to his boss. I don't understand what is happening. I am putting my efforts, the boss asked gently. When was the last time you sharpened your axe? The woodcutter replied, I haven't had time. I am busy in cutting trees only. Dear friends, hard work matters, but sharpening your skills matters more. Learning, practicing, resting, and sharpening your tool makes the effort effective. Your club is a wonderful place for learning and practicing. Please deliver your speeches as much as possible. Take roles. And dear friends, believe me, this feedback acts as a sharpener for your skills. Please note that learning is not a destination, it is a lifelong process. And no one is perfect here. Then please attend the club meetings and please take roles and please deliver your speeches. Dear member, this year our focus is our members. This year, everything we do will be centered around you, whether it's about your goal, your growth, or your success. Whether you join Toastmaster to become a confident speaker or a better communicator or to connect with like minded members, your aspirations matter. And we all are here to support you. And our district is not a organizational structure, it's a community where each voice matters and we celebrate the success of all the members. A few days ago, I conducted one survey, and I conduct a survey so that we can help our members and help our clubs so that they can improve and they can grow. Then, after analyzing, I found that there are 4 things that we all should focus on these things. First one is club quality. The strength of Toastmasters begins with high club quality meetings. Our quality meeting create value, trust, and consistency. And as a EC members and as a member, we play an important role in this. Please ensure that our meetings start and stop on the time, and these meetings are well planned. Maintain strong evaluation and provide the meaningful feedback so that our members can grow. And please encourage on role clarity and role preparation. When meeting quality is good, then member retention improves and growth happens naturally. Second thing is member satisfaction. Toastmaster is journey of personal transformation. Here, members join not just for awards or for pathways. They join just to become a better communicator or better leader or confident individuals. So beyond pathways and targets, please focus on the members' goal and please encourage all the members to come out their comfort zone and please provide a positive and supportive environment so that members can feel free and they can share their problems and they can grow within a club. When members feel cared of, they will stay committed and they will thrive. Third important thing is that please participate in district activities. District activities offers learning and exposure beyond the club level. And I request each and everyone to please participate in contests, trainings, and conferences. These participation builds confidence and broaden the perspective and prepare the future leaders. Next, I would also like to encourage all the members for delivering their speeches and please file at least 3 levels in this program year. Without filing 3 educational awards, your program year is not completed. And district is recognizing these members. District is releasing posters, and district will recognize these members on in our district annual conference oration in the month of May. Please support all the members so that they can also deliver the speeches. And if you are facing any problem in delivering speeches and if you don't have slot, then please let us know. We will help you. In our district, we believe in transparency, compassion, and genuine connection. If you have any feedback or any queries, then please feel free to connect us. We will help you as much as possible. Dear members, your club is blessed with multi-talented leaders and good communicators. By focusing on meeting quality, members' growth, participation in district activities, and recognition, I am confident that your clubs will continue to thrive and inspire. Let us work together, support each other, and move forward with confidence and commitment. Congratulations once again. Thank you and keep signing. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you so much, Gaurav sir. Let us have a round of applause for Toastmaster Gaurav Chaudhary. For those who are joining us for the first time, allow me to set up some context over here. So Toastmasters is a community. We are part of one club. We have similarly some 17, 18,000 clubs across 145 plus countries, I believe. So all these countries have different geographies. Our geography for a cluster is North India and Nepal, of which we are one part. And this gentleman who just delivered his keynote address handles this vast, one of the largest geographies of the world, where he supports the clubs to grow, the members to achieve their targets and become better public speakers. So thank you so much, Gaurav, for your good work as well. And to properly deliver a small token of our gratitude as appreciations for this keynote, as well as share his own couple of bits about his journey in Toastmasters and grace us with the wisdom that he has acquired over the years. Allow me to introduce our past District 41 director and one of the coolest, chillest individual in the room, distinguished Toastmaster Sandeep Raturi. Sandeep sir, would you grace us with your wisdom for a brief few minutes?
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, I believe my voice is clear. Let me
Yes,
also
sir.
say that 450th this year and 500th by next year, right?
Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so very early in my Toastmasters journey, I had realized that we should never start our speech with an apology. That doesn't create a very good impression, but that is how I am going to start my speech today. By feeling a bit apologetic that though I'm a member of the club, I have not been able to attend the meeting from the last maybe say 6 or 7 months. But let me tell, especially to the president of the club, that it was not intentional. Unfortunately, my job took me to other places, especially on Thursday evening. So I was not able to attend the meetings on a regular basis. But yes, I always go through the agenda. Sometimes when I got opportunity, I joined the meeting for a while and then I had to go out. But I must say that I have always been hugely impressed with the kind of speeches that are being delivered in the club. I had attended few meetings in the beginning itself. And I tell you to all the new members, if you are someone who feels really good for winning the certificates during the speeches, for winning the certificates during you get the best table topic speaker, best speakers. So I think turning Point Toastmasters Club is one of the toughest club because it's not that easy to win certificates in the club, because I have attended so many meetings here and never have I been even the number three speaker in Turning Point Toastmasters Club. So that speaks volumes about the quality that the club has. And I'm also very happy to see Rina Rai here from EDTM, because EDTM was my first club. That is from this is the club from where I started my journey as a Toastmasters. Almost you can say 2011, I joined East Delhi Toastmasters Club, and I was part of the club for almost 3 or 4 years. And I think I became the district from the program quality director from EDTM. And to all the members, to all the non-members, to all the guests who are attending the Toastmasters meeting for the first time, I must say that it doesn't matter which club you are a part of, because Toastmasters is a big family. But still, I think it is also important for us to feel some sort of, you can say, attachment to our own club, because when we are attached to family, to friends, then we make it a point to attend these meetings regularly. And the more regular we are in Toastmasters meeting, I think the easier it becomes for us to achieve our goals that we had set for ourselves when we became a part of Toastmasters. About some of the members of Turning Point Toastmasters Club, I think the first time I attended Turning Point Toastmasters Club meeting was way back in maybe 2016 or 17, again in a milestone meeting. At that time, it used to be an offline club. Rupinder was still a part of the, and he invited me there. And I must tell you, I live in Noida, and going from Noida to Gurgaon is a that too in the evening, it takes more than 2.5 3 hours, but I still went there and I didn't feel bad. I felt good that I came to the club, because the way they were celebrating it, again it felt, although I was not a member, but I still, they made me feel home in that club. And that's the best thing about Toastmasters. About Rupinder, I think we have been seeing him in Toastmaster for so many years, and he's one of the members who I don't know why he's still a part of Toastmaster, because he speaks so well. He's such a great leader. He's such a, wherever he goes, he brings that energy with him. And I was very fortunate to be there in US when he delivered his speech, when he became the number two. And we often hear this dictum that the number two, the one who comes at the second position, he is the one who is unhappiest, because we say that he loses the gold medal only by a whisker. And the person who is third, he's happiest because he feels that he still comes to the podium. But I think with Rupinder, the story was completely different. And when I was there, when he won that runners up trophy, he was far more happier than the guy who won the gold medal that day, because the moment they said that the number two, the runners up is Rupinder, and Rupinder was like, hey, it felt to me as if he has won the contest. So he was not someone who was running after the trophy. He was there to prove himself that he can do his best. So that is, I think, something that we can run from, that we can learn from speakers like Rupinder, that don't run after the trophy, just try to be better than where you were yesterday. So I think that is something that I've learned from him. Vinay Jain, I think he's also the member of the club. Like me, he remains absent in most of the meetings, but he's still a member. And they say about Vinay Jain, you can read a rule book for, you can say, 2 hours, and you spend 5 minutes with Vinay Jain, you will probably learn more in those 5 minutes than going through that rule book or any encyclopedia in that 2 hours. So I think he's a living encyclopedia. And I often tell this to Vinay Jain also, that Anand Katyani is your real mentee, and it's like it's a young Anand Katyani, or he's Vinay Jain with a lot of hair on his head. So I think Anand is probably following his full footsteps. And whenever I go out, whenever I go to these conferences, Vinay Jain has been my room partner most of the times. And every time I spend time with him, I feel as if I have become wiser. So that is the kind of personality, that is the kind of impact and influence that Vinay Jain has. And I'm sure that although I've not been that lucky to interact with all the members of the club, Samip Taneja, for that matter, I think when I was new in Toastmaster, probably, I think, if I'm not wrong, he was the area director for some time, and or maybe we had a common division director. But I have seen him I've seen him as a leader also, and I've seen him as a speaker also. Every time he delivers his table topic speeches, his table topic speeches are far better than my prepared speeches. So that is the kind of speaker he is. So I think there's so much for all of us to learn from the members like this, from speakers like this. and we are all very lucky when we. They say that if you if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. And in Turning Point, you can never be in the wrong room. Maybe Rupinder is in the wrong room here because he is probably the smartest and the best speaker. But anyone else, I think it's always good to surround yourself with the kind of speakers that you want to be, because only then you can grow ahead in your life. And I think with clubs like Turning Point Toastmasters clubs, you will always have something new to learn in every single meeting that you attend. And Anant, I have always said positive things about you, and I know that you invited me and said positive things. I can give back those positive compliments, but then it would seem as if it would seem like you pat my back and I'll pat yours. But still, I think genuinely I feel that you're really taking this club to greater heights, and you've been very. I think if I were you, probably I would have got upset with people who don't attend meetings and they've just become the members. But I understand. I hope you understand why there are certain genuine reasons that I've not been able to attend the meeting. But otherwise, I have always been amazed with the quality of the meetings that you attend, the way you conduct the meeting as a president. And every time I attend, I think that I've learned something new in the club, and I look up to all these meetings. I hope I would be able to attend these meetings on a regular basis in the future. But all the best. Congratulations to every single member, to all the non-members who are attending this meeting. I think if you are planning to become a member of Toastmasters Club, I think this is the club where you can learn a lot of things, especially if you are in a remote locations. I see people have joined in from Allahabad, from Dubai, and from different places. So join the club and grow at a pace that you don't think that you would able to grow in. Once again, congratulations to every member, and all the best for all the future meetings. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, sir. You literally made our day. I don't know if anyone can beat that level of compliments and appreciations, but hey, as I said in the beginning of the meeting, this is why I come to Toastmasters for, to be appreciated. And we genuinely believe you are the sum of people, 5 people closest to you. You are an average of what they think, what they believe, and that influences. So find a better company or simply join Turning Point Toastmasters. On that note, before we get into the prepared speaker is standing, I know, but I have to give a teaser. I have to engage at least one table topic speaker as a teaser so that people don't listen to Priyanka's speech and run away. They need to know what they are waiting patiently for. So how about I invite one of you as the guinea pig for this upcoming topic, who would like to attempt as a table topic speaker. May I invite Toastmaster Shaleen to attempt the table topic?
Okay.
All right. So Shaleen, here is the twist. What you will see on your screen will just be an image.
All right.
You can take around 5 seconds, and I will begin after 5 seconds or with your first verbal or non-verbal gesture. The timer, as you have already seen, will begin something like this on my screen. I'll also raise my hand so that I am always pinned in your tab.
Okay.
Resetting the timer. Now, Toastmaster Shaleen, let me share the window for you. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Toastmaster Shaleen, your topic, Toastmaster Shaleen.
All right. Dear Toastmasters and guests, we just now saw the image of a mic. A microphone is something that enhances our speech, and a microphone is something that is used by singers to express their emotions, to express their feelings. Now, what does a microphone mean to me? whenever I see a microphone, I think of speaking in front of an educated crowd like yours, like you. I also have a hidden, I would not say talent, but a hidden inclination towards singing. And I do that quite a lot. And for that, as I've told you, that a mic is something that is needed by the singers to express their emotions and feelings. In a similar manner, I would love to sing. I would love to have a mic right in front of me and sing a song for you all. I am confident that you would like my performance, and you would also appreciate the fact that I had the courage of singing, although my voice may not be that good, but still I had the courage of speaking in front of you and singing in front of you. So mic for me is symbolic of a speech that I give to an intelligent audience like you, and showing my hidden talent of singing in front of a crowd like you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shailene. Allow me to reset the timer. Well, your timing was spot on, fixed 2 minutes. I'll reset it shortly. But for now, allow me to, yeah, I will type away the time. Allow me to introduce now the prepared speaker who has been waiting for us to, wrap up our mischiefs and pay her fullest attention. Before I invite her on the stage, how about I invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Dhamdeep, to share the objectives of Toastmaster Priyanka's ISC speech today.
Hello, a very good evening to one and all, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, we all of us are going to listen from our most regular speaker of the club and one of the eminent speaker of the club, rather than I will say Toastmaster Priyanka. Today, she will be speaking on her speech title. Now it's our turn. She always comes with something very, very curious topic. By just looking at the topic, always it's something, a curious question, what she is actually going to talk. Her purpose of speech is something which she is preparing for her international speech contest, and that is the only purpose she has just shared with me, and accordingly I am going to evaluate. So her speech title is Now It's Our Turn. Now it's our turn. Maybe I will again go back to our host, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. Priyanka, ready to be spotlighted? Priyanka, quick audio video check. I hope you can see the timing going in my window. Yeah, take your time. I hope you can see the timing in going on in my window. I will reset it, but can you see?
Could you, okay, your hand is actually overlapping the timer.
Yeah, okay. I will lower my hand. Can you see the timing now?
Yes, I can see the timer. Could you please make it 7:30?
No, so it will go start from 7, and after the beep, the red signal, it will go reverse. So you have 30 more seconds afterwards.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so that will work as a red card. Priyanka, for audio check, please repeat after me. 450th today, 500th next year.
450th today, 500th next year.
Thank you. Audio video check and timer check is done. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the pride of Turning Point, the person who represented us in the district ISC finals last year, and hopefully will win it this year. Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn, Priyanka Mishra.
Raise your hand if you stay with your parents. Oh God, still, grow up. Few months back, my father got retired and he called me. Priyanka, I'm planning to stay with you now. My heart got stopped. Papa is coming. Now there'll be curfew at 9 p.m. That means no late night parties, no fun. What will happen to that free and independent Priyanka? But you can't say no to your papa, right? I said, Papa, yeah, when are you coming? When should I book the tickets? Wait, don't judge me, okay? I love my father. He's a well-disciplined man, loud spoken, 70-year-old. And for some reason, I don't know why, he behaves like a child. At 4 a.m. in the morning, he takes bath. And after that, he'll fall sick in winter. And again, 4 a.m., he'll take bath. I don't understand why. And he do not understand the concept of work from home. Whenever there is a meeting, from one corner of the room, he'll scream, Priyanka, where is the TV remote? And from here, this corner, my manager will be replying, Priyanka, please give the TV remote. And he's stubborn and he never listens to me. I don't understand why. Papa, did you take your medicines? I don't take these medicines. They're making me more ill. Papa, again you forgot the geyser switch. How many times have I told you? But you'll always leave it on. What do you want me to do? I'm working day and night, taking care of everything. Couldn't you take care of small things also? Papa, I haven't seen my friends for months. All I do is work, take care of you, work, take care of you, work, take care of you, and I'm done taking care of you. That moment I realized I was loud. I said, sorry, Papa, I did not mean anything, Papa, sorry. Sorry. But my loud spoken Papa did not say anything. He just left the room. What did I do? How could I shout at him? He just came to my place for the few months ago. I remember when he came to my place for the first time, he was struggling to even lift his own luggage. But he had not been like that. He used to drop me to my school on his bicycle every day. And now he couldn't even lift a bucket of water. That moment, I realized that my father has become old. He's old. He did not leave the geyser on knowingly. He simply forgot. What did I do? That night I could not sleep. I shouted at my father, who didn't even shout even when I was a small child. I remember when I was a small child, I was 4 years old, my baby sister was born. I used to play with her all the time. One afternoon when I was playing with her, she slipped from my arms and there was blood on the floor. We immediately rushed her to the hospital. When we came back, my sister was okay, but my mother was furious. She started beating me like anything, to which my father interrupted and said, she's just a small child. She won't harm her knowingly. Then he took me in his arms and said, my dear, your sister is very, very small. So you have to be extra careful. That day, I saw an ocean of empathy in my father's eyes For a 4-year-old me, I asked myself, why couldn't I have the same empathy for my father now? Because, my dear friends, as we become the providers, we start judging them even for their small mistakes. We forget that now the tables are turned. That moment, I promised myself that no, from now onwards, I will never shout at him. Each and every day, it's really difficult. His behavior is still stubborn. It does not change. I still get angry. I take a deep breath and ask myself, is he doing it knowingly, or are those the gray hairs speaking? And believe me, my friends, each time the culprits were the gray hair. So, my dear friends, I have started taking the baby steps. So the next day, my father found a sticky note on the geyser switch. It said, "Sorry, Papa." When my father read, his face broke into a beautiful smile. And that one smile, I got the ray of hope that yes, I can also build the same empathy and the same patience which he had. Because it is now our turn to fill his shoes with the same empathy. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's our turn. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka, for that stillness that you have caused with this speech. I'm sure all the hearts are resonating now. It was your story, but kind of we are seeing the reflections of our own life's moments in that. And that's the true win that you have achieved in this prepared speech today. All the very best. And now that you are taking it away, I will, however, ask the audience to feel free to provide any personal feedback in private window to Toastmaster Priyanka directly in under quick 30 seconds. Take quick 30 seconds. I will even run a timer for that. Do share any suggestions, one-liners, bullet points, or at least generous compliments to Priyanka in private window. And with that, time is up. I will invite now a table topic speaker, a couple of table topic speakers before we go on to hear another special address. So who would like to attempt a table topic, but visual? So Sameep, maybe may I indulge you for that?
Yeah, sure, Anand.
All right. Since you joined a little late, I will just explain the format again. You will get like quick 5 seconds to look at an image. After that, I will unshare the image. And that image is your topic. So whatever comes to your mind, you have to speak in typical 1 to 2 minutes. And I will begin with your first verbal and non-verbal gesture, your timer. Okay? All right. So here is the screen and here is your topic. Distinguished Toastmaster Sameep.
Yeah.
This is your topic. This is your topic. Distinguished Toastmaster Sameep.
Yeah. Toastmasters, this image has two contrasting viewpoints. One is a clock ticking, which is putting a pressure on that, we have limited time. There is a finite time. And this time will not come again because when the clock turns, the date, everything will not come again. And on the
another side, there is also this contrast that things take their own time. So it signifies two things to me. One is that there is a time that we are here finite as a human being, and the other is that we have to respect the time of things to evolve at their own pace, the natural. So we have to respect everyone else's time, let them grow at their own pace. We have to understand the life cycle of any event and the nature, the world we have grown in. So we have limited time to understand this world and contribute to the growth of a plant, which signifies to me like anything. It could be a team, it could be a company, it could be your family, it could be a child, it could be a hobby, it could be your a book that you want to write. So we cannot rush it as per our own pace. We have limited time, but we have to take the learning from that time that we have to accomplish this and while respecting the world at their own pace. So two contrasting things in one story, it tells the whole life to me. So that's it from me. Over to you.
Thank you, Sameep. You nailed the topic and interpreted in your own way, and that's how everyone else needs to do. Another topic, I have a quick one. Who would like to go for it? Preferably someone who has joined us as a Toastmaster meeting for the first time. Anyone? Ayan, Mohammad Hussain, or why not Priyesh or Anshuman himself? Guys, who would like to go? Mohammad Hussain. All right. Hussain, would you be able to switch on the video? Yep. So I will share the topic, same fashion. My timer is reset. I'll share the screen, and here is your topic. Look at it for good 5 seconds. And after I announce you with your name, then you begin to speak. Mohammad
The
Hussain?
image, yeah, I
Mohammad
can.
Hussain?
I would like to speak. Yes, can you? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Allow me to introduce you so that your time can begin properly for 2 minutes. Toastmaster Mohammad Hussain, this is your topic. This is your topic, Mohammad Hussain.
Yes. This image shows clearly it is a bulb light which is spreading the light around the dark areas, and the visibility of the light, it is like there is the gases inside the bulb, and which is having the filament. So the capacity of this burning the gases with the electricity, and also the this is the concept of physics. Actually, I would not like to go with beyond the details about this, why this light is this light is working and how this bulb is giving the lights. So this invention, it was done by the Thomas Alva Edison, like after having the 1,000 times of experiment. So finally, he has done the success of his experiment after the 1,000 times. That time, we got shocked, all the people around the world. Oh, how is it possible to go ahead and done within the 10,000, 1,000 of the times? So this moral of the story shows to the people, fail is the pillar of success. So never ever disappointed in the life, and everything, if there is going to be happen negatively, so we'll have to put positive feedback and look forward ahead to do something positively. And but by the way, this is the just moral of the another part, but we should have to look forward into the picture which we are looking forward to explain more. This is the concept of electricity also, and the current is passing through the wire, and it is going to the like that is called AC, alternate current, not the DC. So there is different types of current. There is DC and AC, but DC is mostly it will be go to the direct charges with the battery connection. So we can go more a lot about this topic, but I would like to finish my sentence from here, and thank you. all of you.
Thank you, Mohammad Hussain. Trust, tell me honestly, did you attempt it like a googly question in your exam paper? So all the thoughts that came to your mind, you applied philosophy, engineering,
By,
electrical engineering.
by the way, my background is mechanical engineering. I have
Yeah,
been in Kingdom past 10 years. So I would like to attend ideas and innovation method in
fantastic.
my life.
See,
And I have
that's the
prepared.
innovation we needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
But see, this is how we start the building the stamina for speaking in such situations. And
Yeah.
good to see you attempting over here today. I would now need one final for this round, guinea pig, who would love to take it up. I saw Priyesh switching on his camera. So Priyesh, let me spotlight you quickly first. First of all, how are you?
I'm doing good. Things are
Yeah.
fine.
In the spirit of consistency, just repeat after me: 450th today, 500th the next year.
450th today, 500th the next year.
All right. Here is your topic, buddy. I hope you can see the screen. With
Yes.
5 seconds and hold, consolidate your thoughts. Toastmaster Priyesh, this is your topic. This is your topic, Toastmaster Priyesh.
The picture I saw was of a woman covering her mouth and an eye. Kind of a very emotional picture to me. And it kind of reminds me of two things. The first thing is more on the moral context, what we learned from Mahatma Gandhi, like don't look at the bad, don't speak the bad, try to be truthful about things, and like just avoid the negativity. And that's one thought that came to my mind. And the second one was giving the emotional nature, or like the picture kind of shows the detrimental lifestyle or something on those of those sorts. And it reminds me of my hometown and what happened there, like around 3 decades ago. I am from Bhopal, and it's, there was a tragedy named as Bhopal gas tragedy, and that's a massacre, and people, like, that's really bad, where lakhs of people died. And it reminds me of the sadness that happened after that, people losing their closed one through that really damaging incident. So yeah, looking at that area, I would really these are the two things that really come to my mind, that uh, on the two contexts, like try to avoid the negativity, and on the emotional side, that yeah, people are in pain and suffering, and we can do a little bit, take them out of it. That would be my summary. Thanks. Back to Anant.
Thank you, Priyesh. You attempted in a very unique manner with your own interpretation of the image. These are just images, but that is where
I don't
the
know. It
yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah,
So images are just
I can
images.
hear you. I thought it was a really tough one.
Yeah, it could be for some people it may be really easy, but I will now
I'm
go
very
ahead
sure.
and invite someone who has had it all, as easy and as difficult as possible, and still after 20 good years or plus in Toastmasters, he's still standing and taking the district to new heights every day. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard Toastmaster Gaurav, you have heard distinguished Toastmaster Sandeep, you will hear Toastmaster Rupinder as you keep hearing from him over the weeks. But this gentleman is hard to catch. Today, I actually strike the deal, sir. You also will have some work with me. So if you want to get that work done, you will have to come today and actually grace us with your um, take on the very values that Toastmaster tries to instill, and how often we actually find the easy way out. But in your vast experience, I'm sure, distinguished Toastmaster Vinay, you have made some tough decisions. And today, we would like to hear your advice on how do we actually take the world to greater heights around us using this platform called Toastmasters. So quickly spotlighting you with the key phrase, help me with the audio check. 450th today, 500th the next year.
450th today, 500th the next year.
Thank you so much for the audio video check. Over to you, sir.
Well, if I have Sandeep here, again, we sail on the same boat. So Sandeep did give you a snippet of being a member of the club and being guilty. So am I. But I'll not take that part today because I'm not the one to be blackmailed very easily. Yes, it's an honor and privilege to be here amongst the members today who have made it for the 450th meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. But to give you an insight, this club was chartered way back in 2014 as a corporate club. And the name then was Tupperware Toastmasters. So this is what I found out recently. But probably the organization did not want to continue, and that's where some of the leaders that you see here, Anant, Rupinder, got in action and converted it into a community club. Something that we can take back is an analogy from the running stream, which cuts the river with cuts the rock with its perseverance. So we need to persevere. We need to ensure that in whatever we do as a member, we are following regularly and making marks, and we are able to improve from where we are. Taking a small step, probably running towards our goal. If not running, walking towards our goal. If we are not able to walk, let's crawl towards our goal, but improve from where we were the last week. So at least we are moving in the right direction. So that's so very important. And then again, as we all talk of IRSC, integrity, respect, service, and excellence, it shouldn't be just words to be uttered and forgotten about. It should be in our practice, in our ecosystem, that we actually deliver and what we speak of, and we embody that in our actions rather than just hollow words which are hollow. Because it's very easy to talk about integrity, but it really means to not jump the red light when no one is watching you, not committing a mistake when you are not going to be got caught. But we always try and do that, because in Delhi particularly, what I've seen is when the traffic light turns yellow, we are at the speedest that we want to rush through that yellow light. We do not want to hold back, stay there, reflect, and then move. So something that we should always try and do is reflect on our actions or the decisions that we take. Reflect on what, as leaders, as members, whether we are contributing to the club or to our own journey. Cricket is something that is in fray today. We are having the World Cup, T20 World Cup. So I'll like to take an analogy from cricket. It's a team sport where everyone is there to help each other grow. Earlier in the day, it was some players were labeled that they were playing for themselves, not as for the team. But it is a team game where and likewise in Toastmasters, the members in the club or at the district, we are all here to help each other grow. If we are able to do that to the fullest of our own abilities, again, we all are different people having different abilities. I can't be Anant or I can't be Rupinder insofar as speaking is concerned. But then I can try to be better Vinay Jain of what I was till last day, or I can improve from where I am. So I again take a cue from Sandeep here, who always says that in Toastmasters you need to be shellfish. Yes, we are here to help each other grow, but you need to be selfish to your own core, to your own learning. And how you can do that? Because we have all joined Toastmasters for a various region, be it networking, be it communication, improving our communications, be it getting into leadership. But overall, it makes you a wholesome human being, a human being who the world is proud of. You become a better speaker, you become a better listener, you become a better leader, and it transforms you totally into a human being, which who values other human beings. And that is what it has changed me. I would like you to take few seconds to list down on the short-term goals that you have. What are your short-term goals? Maybe in 3 months, where do you want to reach? Deliver few speeches, maybe take a few roles in the club. And then what is your long-term goal? Say 6 months and 1 year. That is something that will stay with you. And if we can do that now, and we can reflect on it after every meeting or every month, probably we'll stay on the right course. I am also reminded of a story where a child, a boy and a girl, were exchanged with the plan to exchange the goodies that they had. So the boy had the marbles with him, the girl had the cake. The boy had a big piece of marble which he hid from the girl and said and gave the rest, because he did not want to part away with this particular big piece of marble. The girl, however, gave all the piece of cakes that she had. That night, the girl slept wonderfully. The boy could not sleep because he kept on thinking, what is it that the girl had hid from me, which I'm not aware of? So if you have cheated, again, something, then it would always keep on striking you all the time. The girl had a clear conscience. The boy, however, ensured that he did not want to part away with that big piece of marble. And then he also felt the girl would have done the same thing. So if we are cheating, probably we would feel the other person is also cheating. However, if you are cheating on your own progress, it is only taking you back. The other members will progress, but you will not be able to progress in life. And that is where I always advocate that Toastmasters is a platform, wonderful platform, where we all mutually grow by helping each other. But we have to be honest to the core in whatever we share, in the positive things that we share, in the areas of improvement that we share. And if someone is giving you feedback, please take it up according to what it is in it for you. If you can work on those feedbacks, probably you will become a better speaker, a better leader, and a better human being. So I wish the members again a wonderful occasion, a milestone meeting, 450th meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. And why only 500? Probably in 5 years' time we'll be celebrating, or 7 years' time we'll be celebrating a thousandth meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. And the only thing that I would like to recommend or say is that yes, I will try to be regular, if not every meeting, probably once or twice in a month that I will like to attend the meeting. But because I know we have a wonderful list of speakers, leaders in the house. Anant is there, we have Rupinder, we have Aina who is there, Priyanka is a wonderful speaker. They have held Anshuman, Utkarsh, they have held the club together. I know how Anand struggles with ensuring that the club stays afloat. So we all need to pitch in as members, and we all need to contribute so that his load as the president or the EC member bird is reduced, and we all need to contribute towards our own growth and to the growth of Turning Point Toastmasters. Anand, over to you.
Thank you so much, Vinay sir, especially for that last tidbit. And let us all take a pledge that you are not doing Anant or anyone else any favors. We are all in here for our own very selfish goal of self-improvement. And that would really become very tangible the moment we start measuring our progress at least a month after month or a quarter to quarter. Because over the years or over a long period, yeah, it's visible. but the true marked improvement, it happens, and it has happened with me, it has happened with you. It happens in the smaller intervals, and that helps us become consistent. So thank you, Vinay sir, again for echoing Gaurav's message of keep sharpening the axe, and that's what we are here for. I will be okay. I will request once General Evaluator Abhijit to please see my personal message on the Zoom chat. There is a role player dropping off due to urgent office work. So anyway, we are running short of time. So we will skip the grammarian report due to that context. We'll rather ask her to share it in the WhatsApp group later on. Uh, we have a couple of topics before we invite the general evaluator and team to begin their evaluation. So who would like to take up these couple of brief topics? We have Najib, we have Sarah as well. And yes, Sarah, you are a contestant at the next level. So we will, of course, give you an opportunity. I will give you a topic, by the way, which has both image as well as a message. Okay. So that will make it really super easy for you. All set? You have to be set when you say 450th today, 500th next year.
458 today, 500 next year.
Perfect. So here is your topic. And hold on, don't speak. Unsharing. Toastmaster Sarah, this is your topic. Make this a day great. Make this day great. Toastmaster Sarah.
The greatest thing I could do after a tiring day of thousands of classes and millions of people talking into my ear is to listen to some amazing music on my phone. Making this day great to me just means sitting in a small corner of my house or my room, putting on my earphones and just vibing to music so loudly that my roommates come and shout at me, Sarah, this is not only your house, it is also ours. But alas, I don't care about them. I just care about maintaining my own mental health with music that will brighten my day any day. Not just any day. Music is something that I was physically born with. My mother used to tell me that when she was pregnant with me, she used to listen to some amazing classical music or Mahabharat every day in the hopes of making me a smart person. Not sure how great that went, considering that I make mistakes every day, but that knowledge and awareness about music has transcended me to a dimension where if I ever hear a sound or a rhythm anywhere, I will leave what I'm doing and I will just run towards it and start to just, and that little moment makes my day great. That's all.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I have noted your time and I will update it. Meanwhile, who is here to attempt one final topic for the evening? Ayan, would you want to give it a try?
Yes, I would.
Yes, that's the spirit. The spotlight and do a quick audio video check. So Ayan, please repeat after me. 450th today, 500th the next year.
458 today and 500 next year.
Fantastic. So here is your topic. Look at it, nothing to read. Hold on, unsharing it. Speaker 6, Ayan, this is your topic. This is your topic. Ayan.
Yeah. So the given image is of a dog, which has a very uh, enthusiastic emotion, I must say. The breed of the dog is a golden retriever. Uh, uh, it's a kind of connects to me personally because I have a dog at my home, my permanent residence, and I currently don't have it. So the emotion that it's shown in the picture is pretty much similar to what I am used to having from him. So also, golden retrievers are usually very enthusiastic and they are full high on energy. While this dog kind of seems to be a little low on energy. Perhaps it wants a bit of encouragement from its owner or the one she or he is looking at. So yeah, that's what I would like to end it at. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayan. The golden retriever certainly would have loved to listen to you and would get more energized after hearing that passionate speech. A good job. And while I spotlight you, time now for us to quickly invite the general evaluator and subsequently their teams. Distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit, are you all set? Let us know if you are there.
Yes, sir, Toastmaster Anand, give me just a moment.
Sure. While you set up your shop, may I invite the prepared speech evaluator?
Yeah,
Oh, you
I'm
are
all
here.
set, Toastmaster Anand.
Great. And do have a look at the message that I have sent as well. And floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. Mm, Fair enough. Thank you so much, Anant, for handing it over. And I'd like to straight away jump into the main segment of the evaluation part of it, which is the prepared speech segment. We only had one speaker, Toastmaster Priyanka, and for that, we had one evaluator. And I'd like to call on Toastmaster Dhamdeep to come on stage and give his feedback on the speech that he witnessed today.
Can I see the timer?
It's going on.
Well, now it's my turn. After listening to the greatest speech by our today's target speaker, now it's my turn to say something about her speech. Really wonderful and beautiful title. Now it's our turn. What went well, what not, that will be even my tougher job to comment about her speech. Whenever any speech comes in front of us, so necessarily there are two parts of the speech which has to be definitely looked upon. One is the content, second is the delivery. So accordingly, I would like to go ahead when it comes to talking about her speech. Talking about the content part. What a content! Nicely started a hook asking a question to the audience. And I think nothing greater than that, starting with a question. And that was a great opening. Talking about the entire body of the speech, it was a very nice and very meaningful story she has narrated. A story between a relationship of a daughter and a father. A 70-year-old father, how he behaves just like a child. And then, after going through a lot of anecdotes and instances with her father, she realized at one point of time that he has to be understood. The way he's behaving, probably the reason is that now he became old. And let's accept the fact. And then after that realization, she started behaving empathetically rather than understanding him in earlier ways, in other ways, or not behaving or respecting him. So I think that that whole story was something well structured and narrated in a nice way. That went well. Now coming to what could have been better. Delivery part. So delivery part again comes into two things like her gesture, then her voice. Again, nothing to say about the gesture. The way she was holding the stage beautifully went well. But my recommendation to her is something about the audibility. Probably due to the virtual stage, at specifically in the middle of her speech, I was not able to listen her properly. So that loudness and clarity in the voice could have been better. So to sum up, she was a great in her speech in terms of the content, nice opening, nice storytelling, everything was great. But she could take care of her voice when it comes to the clarity and most importantly, the pace of her speech. So I think with that note, she could be a better and better in her speeches. And with that note, I can just go back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anand. Thank you.
Thank you,
Over to you,
Toastmaster.
Abhijit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhamdeep, for your evaluation. I would just quickly crisp down on the feedback part, but before that, I'd like to call on our timer, Toastmaster Anand, to quickly talk about how much time each speaker took during their speech stage time.
Certainly, and I'm going to share this over the chat as well. Here is the timer report. We started bang on time, so kudos to Toastmaster Priyanka and all the important critical role players and audience members for that. In fact, the room was set up 15-20 minutes beforehand itself, and that is where the true strength lies. A lot of people are still staying over here since that moment. Prepared speeches, we had only one. Toastmaster Priyanka spoke for 7 minutes 18 seconds, while her evaluated Deep crossed barely a few seconds over the 3 minute and 30 mark. In table topics, Speaker 1 Shaleen took exact 2 minutes. Speaker 2 Sami took 1 minute 52 seconds. Speaker 3 Muhammad Hussain spoke for 2 minutes 17 seconds. Speaker 4 Kriyesh spoke for 1 minute 49 seconds. Speaker number 5, Sarah, 1 minute 35 seconds. Speaker number 6, Ayan, 1 minute 18 seconds. All of them qualified, all of them spoke within time, and all of them showed all the signs of a great accomplished speaker on the making. Over to you, Abhijit.
Thank you, Anand. I'd like to call on our counter for today's meetings, Toastmaster Sara, to come on stage and present her overall report. Toastmaster Sara, over to you.
Yes, let me share. I have to present the report.
Sarah, let me know if you have the access or not.
Wait, let me try. Only the host can share its screen.
All right. So let me make you a co-host so that it remains.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's start with our host of the day, Anand. You were amazing. I could not find much flaw in you. You only meant you only spoke or 3 times. Going on with Ayan, he used twice and once. Sameep, he was again flawless. I was astounded. He was such a good speaker, but he used twice and one time light. Moving on with Gaurav, he repeated the word and in between sentences. Next is, I think, DT and Vinay. I'm not sure, but he was flawless. His talk was quite devoid of any kind of filler words. I was not able to catch much. So kudos to Vinay. Moving on to Hussein, which was a table topic speaker. He used R 4 times. And Samdeep, which was the speech evaluator. His delivery was also very smooth, but he used like twice towards the end. Shalin, which is I think a guest, used R twice, once thrice but, then the repeated word was and. Moving on with Sandeep. I, I think I'm missing. I think Sandeep was not there. I think I missed it. Anyway. Then Abhijit, I only heard him for the beginning when he was introducing. So much of his allotted time is left, so I will not be saying much. Lastly, we have Priyesh. He was also very good. He used twice, so twice, and the repeated word was and. Overall, I think it was an amazing meeting. I was absolutely astounded at the speech quality of everyone. It made me stick out like a sore thumb. I was like, oh my God, these people are so much better than me. I hope I can be someday like them too. But anyway, I, I'm pleased to be your counter, and I hope that you all inspire and continue to continue to speak flawlessly as well. That's uh, stop share screening. Okay. Back to you, General Validator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarah, for presenting that counter report. It was just not about a report which you presented, but it's also about your active listening skills, which you truly demonstrated while you presented the report, quite with clarity and with all the details that brought in. I think the timer report, ya counter report gives us the holistic uh, view of how to get improving of when we give speeches. Now, for some reasons, our grammarian had to take a quick leave because of some medical emergency that she had and she dropped out. But then she has promised us to share the report over the chat. So that's something that you can refer it once you are part of the Turning Point Toastmasters WhatsApp group that will be shared. But now it's time for me to present my overall report. Milestone meeting 450. Milestones are always special, and that's this club does not shy off from making it even more special for fellow Toastmasters. And how we witness today, having the presence of some of the esteemed guests, including our district director, District 41 Director Gaurav Chaudhary. Then we had a past district director, Sandeep Raturi. We have distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. We have distinguished Toastmaster Vinay Jain, who's also been a past District 41 director. So that kind of shows how big or how uh, planned this club has been able to do it, to conduct 450 meetings in a setup which still calls for online meetings, where a lot of online clubs do not sustain. Look at the celebrations, look at the milestone for, and Anand rightfully raised his hand at the start of his meeting with a fist and saying that we're going to celebrate the fifth 500 meetings as well. So that's the power of one, that's the power of staying together in unity and in companionship, making even every meeting special. As a presiding officer and a host for today's meeting, Anand did a great job. Not just that, he was also a timer for today's meeting, which makes him gives him the hat trick to do three roles simultaneously in a club meeting. So, congratulations, Toastmaster Anand. And I won't say that this just comes out with interest or passion. This comes with experience as well. Anand has been an experienced Toastmaster, and that's the reason why there's again another distinguished Toastmaster added to Toastmaster Anand Katyani's overall Toastmaster journey as well. Timer is done. Sarah Nimare, I think you have done a great job. Good experience that you're gaining within your journey. Continue doing as many roles as possible whenever you get time. That will enhance your confidence level. That will make you a better human being at the same time. That will help you get better and better each passing day within the Toastmasters community. So great job done. No such feedback on the grammarian role because Toastmaster Rima hasn't really presented the report yet. So I'll not go into that part of it. The speaker was good. Priyanka has always been on the spot to give great speeches. The evaluation part of it, which was presented by Toastmaster Dhandeep, he was very particular, to the point. The only thing which I can recommend here to Toastmaster Dhandeep is be a little mindful of the timing. I think there were a lot of pauses, delayed responses which came forward. I think that's the only reason that got stretched. Apart from that, Toastmaster Dhandeep, good job done. you can actually nail a lot of evaluations going further. We had Toastmaster Gaurav Chaudhary as a keynote speech. Of course, we have to witness some of the speakers like this. Being the current district director, of course, we learned a few snippets of how we can improve in our public speaking journey, leadership journey through Gaurav. And Sandeep Raturi came forward and he delivered a profound. It was not a keynote speech as such, but he delivered a speech which was also something inspiring. And finally, we had Distinguished Toastmaster Binay Jain, along with Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh and Distinguished Toastmaster Sandeep Raturi, for making sure that whatever they come up with, they bring those insights, they bring that experiences in making such meetings at Turning Point Toastmasters so very special. From a standpoint of any other feedback or recommendations for today's milestone meeting, I'll skip that part of it because it's all about celebrations, it's all about moments and milestones. So, with that, I would hand it over back to Toastmaster Anant to go ahead and do the honors of whatever he has some plans or whatever he wants to do. But that's my overall report for today. Keeping it light, but then it's always been a pleasure being a part of your meetings. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you, Distinguished Professor Abhijit, for curtailing the detailed analysis part this time and rather generously sharing applause and appreciations for us. Thank you so much for aligning your report as well with the flavor of the meeting overall and echoing the sentiments expressed by our visionary leaders and proud members. I have just one last business agenda. One is launching the Best Table Topic Speaker poll. And I believe, Sarah, you are not able to use this. So let me revoke the co-host access, click on the polls, and now you can also use the polls. And yes, you all can vote for yourself as well. Now, the main agenda that I have left while you indulge in this poll is to have all of us listen from someone who has literally invested his blood and sweat and tears in sustaining this club, right from the inception to keeping it going, even in the turbulent times. He has taken it to greater glory and he has left it to the wisdom of us lesser mortals at times. But whenever he has handed over the reins to the new crop of leaders, he has set a benchmark and he has given the assurance that you are not alone. I'm still behind you, whether for whether for accountability or for support. And whenever we have called upon him, he has hardly ever, I recall, said, "No, I'm busy." There is this saying going about him that Rupinder can probably deny assisting to his wife, to his family members at times, but any random Toastmasters when approaches, he has a tough time saying no. Don't abuse his generosity. But this is just to say that my wife actually curses me at times. Why are you Rupinder's mentee? You should have picked up a better mentor. But in all honesty, I couldn't have found a better mentor. I'm proud to call myself, introduce myself in the Toastmasters world. Hey, I'm from Rupinder's club. I'm his mentee. And today, proudly, as his mentee, I invite him on the stage to share a little but heartfelt address to lift up the spirits and get us prepped for the number 500. Rupinder, need I say again, 450th and 500th?
450th today, 500 in the next Toastmasters year.
Password unlocked. Floor is all yours.
Thank you. I wanted to share a personal story with everyone. You all listened to Priyanka's wonderful speech today. And she makes a fair point that after a while, parents and the children, the roles, they become reversed. I'm going through something very similar right now. For context, I was in Canada for 2.5 years. I came back because I have to take care of my parents. My mother suffers from a respiratory disorder and she was in the hospital in the last week. I have a theory building on what Priyanka said. I think that after you cross 50, your actual age is 100 minus your whatever your age is. So by that logic, my parents who are 84-year-old are right now behaving like 16-year-old teenagers. They're rebellious, and the challenge is that they have this advantage of 84 years of experience behind them. It was a difficult time for me last week because I was taking care of my mother. And every time she did something that I did not want her to do, I kept getting reminded of the speech by Priyanka that now it is our time. That now I have to be a parent and now I have to think like a parent and now I have to understand where she's coming from. Now, Priyanka might have given that speech at a championship, and even she will admit that she wanted to win that championship. But I think she did much more than that. She managed to convince at least one person that you have to treat your parents like children because therein lies the path to a peaceful life. Sometimes you give speeches to win contests. Sometimes you give speeches to improve yourself. There are times when you give a speech from your heart and it registers with you. That is what happened with me. I remember last year Priyanka gave her speech. She was kind of upset because she thought she got disqualified on time, did not make it to the top three. And to Priyanka and everybody in this room, I will just say this. It doesn't matter whether you make it to the top three or not. What matters is that you got onto a stage and you told your story. And if after listening to your story, even one person decides that they are going to make a change to their life or they will understand what is happening or they will have a different perspective, you've done your job. And that is worth more than a trophy or a prize or a first or a second or a third place. I will digress a little. In 2015, Mohammad Katani gave a speech, The Power of Words, and he won the World Championship of Public Speaking. In the same contest, another person spoke, and he spoke about child prostitution. And Katani's daughter said that, in my view, he should have been the world champion. Like I said, some speeches will win you prizes, others will win you hearts. And if you keep on giving speeches, if you keep on telling stories that will touch people's hearts, maybe someday you will win a trophy. When you do, it won't matter as much because you will have achieved something greater. The art of touching somebody's heart, the art of giving that person a reassurance, like it did to me, that everything is going to be fine. Don't approach the problem the wrong way. And I thank Priyanka for that. And that makes her a true champion. And I'll request you to come to Turning Point Toastmasters every Thursday because that is just one of the stories. You will hear many more such stories. And those stories will cause you to think. And I will close with this, a sentence that I often say. The world needs storytellers. And Toastmasters is the best place where you will learn the art of storytelling. So come, Be a raconteur. Be a storyteller. Tell your story. Live your story. Because, like I said, today more than ever, the world needs storytellers. Back to you, Anant.
Thank you, distinguished Master Rupinder Singh. I completely echo with those sentiments. Quickly announcing the winner of the table topics round today. It is someone whom we wish with utmost earnesty that she wins in the next stage and goes on to the next stage. As a winner, Toastmaster Sarah. And before we wrap it up, since this being a celebratory meeting, quickly checking with someone, a couple of people who have stayed till the very end. I would like to hear their impression, seasoned Toastmaster as well as a first timer, both of them. What made you stick to the very end, and would you like to visit us again? First, let's check with Ayan. Thank you, Rupinder. Please take care. Ayan, how was your experience today?
Yeah, so this was my first time attending, and it, the whole setup was very systematic. And I mean, the emotional ending by Rupinder was very touching. And thank you everyone for letting me speak as well. I don't know how did it go well, but I think I just tried, and that's all. And also got to learn a lot from the others who spoke. And congrats to Sarah for winning this session. And yeah, so I'd like to be a part of further sessions, and looking forward to it on this honestly. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you stay a part of our groups as well as join us every Thursday without fail, 7 to 9 p.m. You can also have a look at how you spoke and share it with others from our YouTube channel where this meeting is being live streamed. And you can just simply share that link and that timestamp that, hey guys, here I am speaking at this point. Feel free to.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Anand.
Shalin, how was your experience, buddy?
So, as I've said, this club has very good speakers, and that's what makes me attend meetings of this club. And today was no different. In fact, today was a milestone meeting for the club, so I'm fortunate to be a part of this meeting, and uh, listening to so many good speakers, so many past district directors and good speakers. I think I'm very fortunate to be to attend today's meeting. And I would conclude saying this that 450th today and 500th in the next year,
Next year,
next
yes.
coming year.
That's the spirit, and look forward to see you attend that one as well. We have been going through some turbulent phases where many of our active members, the senior members, are good speakers, and even today, some of them are either traveling for district business. They are stuck in Nepal. They are catching a flight from here, traveling over there, or plain simply be stuck in the Gurugram traffic. That's a reality as well. So I am one of those fortunate ones who happens to join from the comfort of his home in Rajasthan. And that's how it's easy for me. But yeah, we go through these challenges, but together as one community, we keep the spirit alive. And fellows like you joining us time to time, and like Sarah or Abhijit joining us time to time from other clubs. Well, that's the spirit we strive to create or amplify for. Quickly checking with Mohammad Hussain since he just joined again. How was your experience, buddy, in today's meeting?
Yes, good to have all of us again. And this was such an wonderful experience to have all of you to deliver this speech. And everybody has the lots of knowledge and dropping bombs and knowledge to learning each one, like getting the idiom phrases, vocabularies, and all these things. So my advice is to have such amazing expert people and in this club to be part of our understanding, as well as they are the one who will correct our grammatical sentences, listening power, vocabulary, grammatical portions. So each of these things, it will be very important for us. and day by day we are getting learn and try to improve in our life, as well as trying to implement in our speaking as well. So try to be make it more enhancement in future speaker. Thanks. That's all. Back to you.
We do it together, by the way. So that's the operating word.
Yes.
We lift ourselves when we try to help lift someone else up. And that's the spirit of this community. I'm grateful to be the presiding officer closing the 450th meeting of Turning Point today, with the hope that someone else will carry the flame alive and not take it to just 500th, but maybe 5,000th in the distant future. And we will all five, six of us staying till the very end, we'll all remain a part of that 4-digit meeting as well. On that wishful note, I conclude this meeting and close the Zoom room. Congratulations, Sarah, and all the very best for your contest as well. See you again